Right after the partition, Jinnah's Pakistan had an economic boom in such a way that it was one of the fastest growing economy in the Asia. This fertile, rich and strategic land of Pakistan was the only South Asian country which was not only backed by the United States of America economically but also militarily. It was also the favorite country for not only just Arabs but also to the European countries, for which it enjoyed special market status, investments, etc. So, despite having all these benefits and favors upon Pakistan, what was those important factors that dragged the entire Pakistan with a begging bowl on the streets of Saudi Arabia and United States of America? And to understand that, first we need to understand the factors that are involved in Pakistan's economic crisis. Number 1. Bad governance. Prior to 1956, there was no official state religion in Pakistan. However, in the mid-1970s, everything was about to change when the General Zia-ul-Haq of Pakistan deposed the present government of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto in a military coup known as Operation Fair Play. He made many changes to the constitution of Pakistan that killed the democracy, secularism and the entire education system of Pakistan. It was the biggest major event for the Pakistan's economic crisis, as it negatively shaped the whole country of Pakistan. Since then, Pakistan underwent 3 different military coups under 4 different military rulers. Due to these constant impositions of martial laws, Pakistan never really had the stability like other countries, which indirectly affected the inflow of foreign investments. Number 2. Kashmir obsession. Since the partition, Pakistan is obsessed with Kashmir, such that it dedicated its entire resources on the Kashmir issue, instead of working on the welfare of its own Pakistani public and their education. And after losing multiple wars with India, Pakistan went on to several world organizations like OIC and UNSC to push the Kashmir issue when the meetings were not even about Kashmir. These constant silly attempts by Pakistan made it look like a fool at the world stage. Number 3. Military expenditure. In order to defeat India at the arms race, Pakistan spends half of its budget on its defense expenditure, which comes with a heavy price for its population, resulting in no development of schools, hospitals and other infrastructure which would have helped them in the long run. Pakistan imports infantry weapons, land vehicles, artillery, missile systems, radars and aircrafts from different countries, and not just that, it even spent money on recruiting terrorists. Number 4. Terror funding. Pakistan is known for terror funding and sheltering them. Several terrorists like Osama bin Laden and Dawood Ibrahim took shelter in Pakistan and did all kinds of terror activities from the land of Pakistan. Pakistan is also accused of terror funding, as the Pakistan nationalist who became a terrorist claimed that he was not only recruited by the Pakistani administration but also trained by their army. As a matter of fact, Pakistan was one who trained the terrorist group Taliban, now which invaded a independent sovereign country called Afghanistan. And for all such good reasons, Pakistan now is in a FATF grey list, which is also responsible for its declining economy. Number 5. Import cuts from India. Unlike many other countries, Pakistan was blessed with a lot of natural resources and agricultural fertile land, but it has been using all its natural resources on itself instead of exporting and capturing markets around the world, which could have benefited them economically and diplomatically. Worst thing happened when Pakistan never really worked out on its strengths which was agricultural sector, and started importing agricultural goods from its neighboring countries like India, and thus it entirely became dependent on India for its agricultural goods. After the abrogation of Article 370 law, it imposed an important ban on India by putting its ego in front of its national interests, which was a disaster move for its economy as it now had to import the same goods with higher tariff rates from different countries. Number 6. Loans. To compete India economically and militarily, Pakistan had focused on taking loans while all other countries were focusing on increasing exports and cutting imports. Pakistan took blind loans from China, United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, and several international organizations like IMF and World Bank at higher interest prices, and to repay those loans, it again took loans further, continuing the vicious cycle. It not only destroyed Pakistan's economy but friendly relations with Arab nations, and which further pushed it towards becoming a colony of China. Number 7. Pandemic and natural disasters. COVID-19 pandemic was the biggest nightmare for all the nations in the world. Supply chain disrupted, manufacturing and tourism sectors were at loss. On top of that, many people died due to lack of oxygen cylinders and other medical equipments. Many nations felt the shortage of vaccines, and Pakistan was one among the several nations who faced all those problems at the same time, and at this point it was inevitable for Pakistan to become a failed state without a doubt. And now with floods ramping all over the Pakistan due to global warming, even the God can't save the country where there is not even a basic infrastructure of dams and reservoirs.